You don't pull the trigger, but every body disappears because of you. You're not the killer, you're the reason nothing leads back to one. No headlines mention your name. No witnesses describe your face. But every time something goes wrong, you're the one they call. And tonight, your phone is already ringing. Level 1, the errand runner. You start small. Always small. A burner phone appears in your pocket. No contract. No interview. Just instructions. Pick up a bag. Drop it somewhere else. No questions. At first, it feels harmless. Cash deliveries. Spare phones. Rental cars under fake names. But you notice pattern, the same locations. The same faces avoiding eye contact, that you're being tested. Cartels don't recruit openly. They observe. They measure loyalty through silence. In places like Mexico and Colombia, recruitment often starts this way: low-risk tasks, low-level exposure, total deniability. You learn one rule fast. Curiosity gets people erased. So you don't ask what's in the bag, even when it leaks. One night it does, and you realize this isn't delivery anymore. Level 2, the cleaner. Now they trust you with messes, not violence. Aftermath. You arrive when it's already over, rooms turned inside out. Blood where it shouldn't be. Your job is simple. Make it disappear. Industrial cleaners. Bleach. Acid. You learn what removes DNA, what doesn't. Crime scene cleanup is a real industry. But this isn't legal cleanup. No paperwork. No police clearance. You work fast, quiet, efficient. You strip rooms bare. Carpets vanish. Walls get repainted overnight. In cartel-controlled regions, entire properties get wiped clean within hours, sometimes before authorities even arrive. You stop reacting to the smell. That's when you know you've changed. The first time, you almost threw up. Now you just calculate time. Because staying too long means risk. And one night, you're told not everything needs to be cleaned. Some things need to be moved. Level 3, the transporter. Now you handle what can't stay: vehicles, packages, people. You drive at night. Always at night. Routes are pre-planned. Checkpoints mapped. Cameras avoided. Cartels rely heavily on logistics networks, not just drugs, movement of assets, evidence, and personnel. You become part of that system. Hidden compartments. False panels. You learn how cars are modified to hide anything. You're given codes instead of names. Locations instead of addresses. You don't know who you're helping. That's intentional. Compartmentalization keeps the system alive. If you're caught, you can't expose what you don't know. But one night, something changes. The cargo moves, and suddenly this isn't just transport anymore. Level 4, the problem solver. Now they trust your judgment, not just your silence. You're sent when something goes wrong. A missing package. A loose end. A mistake. You assess the situation. Then you decide the solution. Fixers exist in real criminal networks. They don't follow scripts. They adapt. You start making calls, bribing the right people, threatening the wrong ones. That you understand leverage now. Money. Fear. Information. Every situation has a pressure point. You just have to find it. Sometimes it's a person. Sometimes it's a secret. Your job is to resolve problems without escalation. Because escalation brings attention. And attention kills business. Level 5, the liaison. Now you're the bridge between the cartel and the outside world. Lawyers. Officials. Business owners. People who pretend they're not involved. You make deals. Cartels often rely on corruption networks. Bribes to law enforcement and officials are well documented globally. You see it firsthand. A call here. A payment there. Suddenly, inspections disappear. Investigations stall. You don't threaten anymore. You negotiate, because power at this level isn't loud. It's quiet and controlled. You sit in clean offices now. Not empty rooms, but the stakes are higher. One wrong deal and everything collapses. And then it happens. Someone refuses, and now you're sent to make an example. Level 6, the enforcer's shadow. You still don't pull the trigger. But now you stand next to the ones who do. Your job is coordination, timing, location, exit routes. Cartels operate with structured enforcement units, often trained, disciplined, and precise. You make sure nothing goes wrong. You choose where it happens. When it happens, you reduce risk. Because failure isn't an option anymore. You watch it unfold, close enough to feel it. But you don't act, that's the rule. You're not the weapon. You're the system behind it. And somehow, that feels worse, because now you understand everything, and you can't unsee it. But the system has bigger problems now, bigger than one operation. Level 7, the internal fixer. 1. Now you clean inside the cartel, not outside. Internal conflicts, betrayal, suspicion. Cartels fracture from within more than from outside pressure. History proves it. Rivalries, power struggles. You're brought in to stabilize chaos. You investigate quietly. Who talked? Who moved money? Who stepped out of line? You don't accuse. You confirm, then you resolve. Sometimes resolution means removal, other times silence. You learn the most dangerous truth. Loyalty is temporary. Power isn't. And now you're close to the top, close enough to see how fragile it really is. Level 8, the ghost. Now you disappear completely. No records. No patterns. You exist only through others. At this level, anonymity is survival. High-ranking operatives often isolate themselves. Communication becomes indirect, layered. You give orders through channels, never directly. Because if they find you, everything collapses. You stop trusting people, even the ones you built, especially them. Because you know how this works. You built it, and systems like this don't let people walk away. The phone rings again, same sound, same silence on the other end. You already know what it means. Another problem, another mess, another person who won't exist by morning. You stand up. No hesitation left, because this is who you are now. Not the trigger, not the victim. The space in between, and somewhere right now, another kid picks up a bag without asking what's inside.